Hi, everybody. This is day 76 of my new life. And it's been a few days since I was able to come on. I've been staying really busy with watching my grandson and staying with my daughter in law while my son was out of town. But I'm not really sure what I want to come on and talk about today. I asked my spirit team and my guides, my ancestors, everybody that's around me. And all I felt like, again, is to go with my heart. And so I guess I'm just going to go with my heart and see what comes out. But I know with me, on my journey, and this is just how I felt, like once I learned more about like spiritual things, and I'm not trying to say like you have to go the spiritual route. It's truly up to whichever way you want, because we all have free will. We can do with what we want. I just choose to always subconsciously ask myself different things and like trust myself internally. And I basically got that from the Motion Code book, and I learned a lot like when I went to that seminar kind of slash retreat. It's really helped me out a lot in my life. And for me, I always like used to go to a lady that had herbs, and she would test me like that, but I didn't understand really what that was. And I knew she did it, and that's how she judged on what herbs for me to take and what herbs for me to get. And I didn't know all about this stuff. And nobody talks about spiritual stuff, and nobody talks about being all natural and trusting your inner knowing and teaching us any of this stuff. And it's just so sad to me to have to be 55 years old and to learn about these things that I could have known my whole life. And I don't know, at first I was a little bit mad inside once I learned like all these things and learned, what do you want to say? Like, if for me as an adult, I was always taught that, you need to be with somebody that you love and you need to find love. And I always thought that was so important. And I truly didn't get to find that until like, because with my ex, I basically was not really in love with him. I just married him because my mom told me to marry him. But I found it at age 50. Yeah, I think I was 50 when we got in the swing in life. And I ended up falling in love with this guy. And I've had loves in high school, but not anything that I had like this time with this guy. But once I was on my journey and I got closer to God and went that route and didn't stay in the swinging life, I really thought I was different. I really had experiences that I couldn't explain. I would know things that I didn't even know how I would know. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples. Like, when I was younger, my mom and dad got a divorce, and I remember coming to my mom's apartment and saying, or no, I think she was living with us then, saying, "Okay, Mom, I just want to let you know that Dad's going to be dating someone that's younger and has 2 kids." And she goes, "Really? Like, how do you know that?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just dreamt it." And we end up finding out 2 weeks later that he was dating someone around my age and had 2 kids. And like when I got a divorce, my like intuitive abilities like got even stronger. And I ended up being at my son's house, and I told him, I said, "I know my garage door is going to go up at my condo," which was like 45 minutes away from us. But we could hear the monitors of my Google app, and to hear like it going up. So I called my neighbor guy and said, "Hey, can you go check my garage? I think my garage is up." And he calls me back and says, yeah, how'd you know that? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I just know these things. I don't even know how to explain it. And when I got my name changed back to Charlene Carver, because I mean, I was married to a Johnson, so it used to be Charlene Johnson. But when I went back to Charlene Carver, this one morning I literally just got up and started writing Charlene Carver, Charlene Carver, Charlene Carver. And I was like, why am I writing this? And I wrote the date down, and I got my paper in the mail, and that was literally the date that they stamped it. Like, how did I know that? Like, it just blows my mind. Like, I don't even know how I know certain things. But once I learned, and like I was getting all these like abilities that I didn't understand how I knew, um, I tried to talk to my kids about it. They thought like it was crazy. I mean, at first, you know what I mean? Because, you know, not a whole lot of people in my family ever talked about spiritual stuff. And I just knew that like I was different, and like my abilities got even stronger once I left my ex. And I didn't understand what was going on. And then I met a lady that truly like didn't come right out and tell me what it was, but like wanted to hear my story, and I told her everything. And after that she said, I can tell you you're spiritually awoke. And I'm like, what the heck is that? So I started Googling everything, and I went from that to like Reiki healers, and to just get anything that I felt like I needed on my journey. And it's been almost 3.5 years, I think, since I've been on my spiritual journey, and knew what it was and understood it now. And it just blows my mind to know that like we can just truly stay in the now, and truly just like get all these downloads and these intuitive things that we don't even know how to explain to people. And how do we know? And that's kind of what I do with my clients. Like if I work with a person, like I just ask the divine to show me whatever I'm supposed to do, whatever I'm supposed to like say, and I just trust and have faith in that. And that's all I do. And I just stay in the now. I truly just stay in the now and be present, and just truly do whatever I feel like I'm supposed to say or do with that person. And that's truly how I go about everything I do now. And I truly just felt like I needed to come on and talk about this. And this is where I just went with my heart, because I didn't know where this was going to go, and I didn't know what I was going to talk about. But I truly feel that this was very important for me to talk about today. And it just helps me to let everybody else know that, you know, the journey is not easy, and it's not always like happy-go-lucky, because my life has been the hardest all my life. If I even had to sit down and say and talk about it, I would have a whole huge book about it. But I'm grateful for everything, and I'm truly grateful to be on this earth to help God in any way I can, and to help people as much as I can, and to do and put into people's lives whatever I'm supposed to say or do. And I just trust and have faith in that. And I just do God's work, and that's all I say. Every day, basically, I get up and just say, Divine, where am I led today? Show me what I'm supposed to do, what I'm supposed to say. And I just go with that, no matter if I'm watching my grandson, around my family, or just here with my mom. And I just trust and have faith in that, and I just go with it. But anyways, I won't make it a long one today, but I just really wanted to come on and just talk about a little bit of my journey. And I just hope that everyone truly trusts their inner knowing, and just keeps on trusting their self and getting their self where they need to go. And to know that we do have free will, and we can not listen to our inner knowings, but or our gut feelings or our heart or whatever we feel like we need to do. But I don't anymore. I literally just listen, and I trust and have faith. And I just really felt like I need to come on and talk about that today, because even like today, I was out running errands and doing some stuff, and I should have listened to myself, because I asked myself subconsciously if I should get gas where I was close by, and I fell backwards, which is no to me. And I got it anyways. Well, here I get back to my town, and it's way cheaper. So trust your gut, listen to your inner knowing, and go with it. So anyways, I just wanted to come on and talk today, and I hope this resonates with somebody, or it helps somebody, or you'll just get something from it. So, and I truly am grateful for everyone that wants to come on here and listen to my YouTube, and I do TikTok, so if you want to find me on TikTok. So anyways, and they're different, they're not the same videos, so I just do 2 different ones. So anyways, I love you all, and thank you all for listening. Have a wonderful day. Love you. Bye.